money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like Cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. Now just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19, Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that chicky finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a J's in the way. Got a new wristwatch where they don't take time. I pull up on the hop if it's too hot. And he wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy, water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check.
She right got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of Bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Tyler Lockett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
19. Touch 50, touch 50. Check, 59, 59. Man, I got you. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, that's caught by Hollister. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's good.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's bring it. Mark that. Let's go double count right here, double count. Hey, keep it up.
To throw again is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. And their pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now the rookie 2nd-round pick. This is Cam Akers. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
He was brought down at the 40.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Come on, the ball. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Clear. Contact. Lock 59. Lock. Four down. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Penny, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
We're scoreless after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Down at the 35-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Kaepernick now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Now Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rashad Penny. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. 27 yards there, a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch the screen.
get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves him with third and still 9 to go.
It's a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Check, 59. Here we go. Check. Fresno.
On third down, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Rams nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. To throw is Kaepernick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Back is sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
But it brings up fourth down.
They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A gain of a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
20-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
Kaepernick's pass.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A gain of
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
brought down.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Complete, Jefferson the target. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Penny on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down to the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Six yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and 1 from the 2. This is Penny. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Mike, check, 59. I'm going to come back to you. 59.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Raymond Calais on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Kaepernick now to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
17 yards.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Kaepernick now on 1st down. He wants Reynolds way downfield. Open is Reynolds. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Josh Reynolds. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. The tackle there by John Johnson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing alert.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 8.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
To throw, Kaepernick. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he finds Penny. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, and it's 3rd and short.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
And now here is another interception. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. I think you and I were a little little surprise back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 23.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Today's final score, Seahawks 42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. As soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, 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 work the.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coupes, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Chacha macha with a rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We gotta get better today. What I wanna know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal. I just gotta say, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the floor, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching the miles, soon as I snap, hit in the back, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my talk, walking my walk, like I know, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, mother the shoes, mother the team, mother the camp, mother the crew, you need to win, who need to win, that's all you do, I've been a king, and I've been a pound line, they don't hit that line, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Here we go, set, Braccolini.
Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited. We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
Let's go! 70 Lions! Okay, ready?
This is your last opportunity. Let's go for gold.
Hey, man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dog. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been bought in this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
I got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe.
In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then